Ever since I was little, I've had a passion for walking. Over the years, I've managed to discover some of the most beautiful and memorable parts of our wonderful country. I've been lucky enough to visit so many magical places, and now I'd love to share them with you. In this series, I'm taking you off to explore some of my favourite walks for all the family. Each one offers a manageable morning or afternoon stroll, gorgeous views, and a well-earned treat of a pub lunch or a picnic. So pull on your boots and join me, Julia Bradbury, on my best walks with a view.
This is the world-famous fossil beach at Charmouth. I'm having a bit of a Broadchurch moment. And on my walk today, I'm going to be taking you up to the top of that.
The highest point on the south coast.
The delicious Golden Cap.
I've brought you to the home of England's only natural World Heritage Site, the Jurassic Coast, here in West Dorset. It's just next door to the seaside town of West Bay, famously known as Broadchurch in the hit TV series.
My walk today starts in the ancient village of Simonsbury.
For a tasty trek that takes in 3 magical hills, including this little beauty. This is one of those wonderful Anglo-Saxon villages that I love exploring. 1,000 years back they called it Simonsburg, which meant hilly barrow, and the place is surrounded by lovely undulating hills. Today Simonsbury is a thriving community, and just look at that lovely thatched pub.
Ahead of us is a magnificent half-day walk full of magic, myths and spectacular views of the Dorset landscape. And it's not all chocolate box cottages and 12th century churches, lovely as they are.
Now, just past this church, there's an organic cafe in the converted tithe barn where walkers can pick up a picnic lunch.
Look at this. Very cute.
Bacon sarnie for me, thank you.
Right, before we get cracking on this lovely little walk, let's take a look at the route ahead.
We leave Simonsbury village and head up to the most iconic hill around here, the lovely Colmers Hill, with its distinctive 9 trees. After this, we descend down into Hell Lane and the ancient magical sandstone hollow, which takes us across to the medieval martyrs' village of North Chiddock. Here we rise up to our second high point at Hardown Hill, where we should glimpse our first sight of the sea, before making the dramatic climb to the top of Golden Cap. At 191 metres, it's the highest point on the south coast, almost twice the height of Dover's White Cliffs. Up here, you'll get the best views possible of the spectacular Jurassic Coast. A lovely 4-hour walk.
And we're off. I'm heading out the back of Simonsbury, and that is the first high point of the walk, the iconic Colmer Hill, which apparently can be seen from all over West Dorset.
It's a proper pudding basin hill, formed by a quirk of local geology. Locals say when they return from holiday and spot Colmers Hill, they know they're back home. I'm meeting retired postman Doug, who adores the hill so much, he photographs it every day.
Hi, Doug. Hello, how are you doing?
Very nice to meet you. I'm just waiting for the light to improve. It's just not good.
It's incredible. This is such an emblem of the area, isn't it? I don't think I've come across a hill that's been so heavily photographed and painted and talked about.
It's ever so well known. Even on Wikipedia it says it's a favourite of artists.
It's got its own Wikipedia page.
Oh, it has,
you know
yes.
You've made it when
Yeah,
you've got your own Wikipedia
yeah,
page.
Yeah.
Do you photograph the hill every day?
Pretty nearly, yeah. More than once sometimes. Sometimes I'm up for a daybreak for a sunrise and watch the sun go down in the evening.
Would it be fair to say that you're obsessed?
Yes, I would say so. Yeah, people say I am. So much so that I produce a calendar of Colmers Hill.
Gosh, look at that.
And the pictures on that one are on the back as well.
Let's have a look.
And there is a rainbow there, right on top of the hill.
Coming right out of the hill.
Yeah.
And my favourite, a pink dusky sky.
And a moonrise. Yeah, I'm really pleased to do it.
Can you remember your first photo?
I still have some of my first photographs, but they were shot on film. and they're framed, and some of them are in the loo, which overlooks the hill, funnily enough. So you're standing at the loo, and you can see pictures of the hill, and you can see it out the window. How bad is that?
I think you might need to get some sort of treatment for this.
Probably, yes, yeah, hillitis. Yeah.
Right, I need some sunshine today, please, because I would like
So do I.
I'd like to get to the top in such a. So if you could do your little sunshine dance.
I will.
Whatever that is.
When you're all gone.
Thanks, Dougie. Your sundance did the trick. I'm well out of Simonsbury now and heading to my first high point, Colmer's Hill. I'm really looking forward to climbing it, like locals have done for centuries. The hill's a favourite picnic spot for families drawn to it by the unusually tall trees that wave from its exposed top. The 9 trees were specially planted in 1920 by local landowners. It's steeper than it looks, but there's a perfect path to get me to the top.
Oh, it's good to be at the top of hill number 1. The wind is very fresh and lovely. And it is lovely to be up here. Look at that. And then the little chink in the coastline, that's West Bay, better known, of course, as Broadchurch now. And then over that way, over the hills, is Golden Cap, which we'll get to later.
This iconic hill has also been painted more than 200 times over the last 300 years. And I'm meeting local artist Marion Taylor, who's published a book of artists who've adored Colmer's Hill.
It's very special, isn't it?
It's incredibly special. It's my special place.
You've done that very difficult thing, haven't you, of curating other artists' work?
Yes, it was pretty difficult. I assume you mean my book.
Yes.
Yes, which started off, when I started painting Colmer's Hill, I started making a scrapbook, and I got a huge scrapbook, just other people's paintings put in there, bits of writing, bits of folklore, and just compile this. And I looking through it, and I thought, this is absolutely ridiculous. I've got all this information, and so I thought, I'll put it all into a book, which is what I did. And
So what are some of your favourites? Not your own?
Not my own. No. I love Kit Glazier, who's a local artist. I love the way the vibrant bright leaves at the front and the Colmer's Hill in the distance. But my favourite, I'm saying, I love John Boyd's work. His beautiful autumnal colours, and he's put sort of Colmer's Hill very much in the landscape, which is lovely.
Do your family adore the hill as much as you do?
My 2 grandsons, Jack and Charlie, call it Nana's Mountain. And, you know, I know if ever we're driving on the A35, they all say, let's wave to Nana's Mountain.
Yeah. I've heard a rumour that people make a sort of a pilgrimage to the top of the hill by moonlight as well. Moonlit ceremonies.
Oh, you mean the shamanic ceremonies?
And you do it? You've done it?
I've done it. Of course I've done it. Like, I couldn't paint Colmer's Hill and not do the fire ceremonies. And, we do lots of sort of, this and that. And
what are you doing? What does this
I don't know.
do?
Sort of, you're praising sort of nature, and there's a full moon, and it's just incredible.
I'd love to try a bit of shamanic rites. I'll have to come back for the next full moon, I think. This hill clearly has its own very special magic. Heading down's a lot easier. Now, under these lush trees at the bottom of the hill is an unexpected surprise, something you could never imagine.
Hello.
Look at that Hansel and Gretel cottage. It's like something from a fairy tale.
Hello, can I come in?
Yeah.
I'm meeting the lucky man who lives in this ancient smuggler's cottage, Dorset builder Tim. What a dream it is.
Not a bad view to wake up to every day.
No, it's lovely, isn't it? Yeah.
It really is. So how long have you lived in the cottage, Tim?
About 20 years, just over. We're getting the electric going at the moment. We've been off-grid for 20 years all the time.
So you have no mains electricity here?
No mains, no.
Have you got water here?
Yeah, we've got a well.
I think I'm right in saying that you're actually born and bred in Dorset.
Yeah, I was born here and over there, and where those barns are over there.
You're a part of the landscape in every way.
Yeah.
What's the story behind the cottage? I mean, it's pretty remote.
Yeah, it was I believe it was a gamekeeper's cottage, and then later on, we believe it was used for smuggling. It was quite good for bringing contraband back from the beach when the ships were wrecked.
Gosh, so it
So
really
it's-
is part of the whole
yeah.
smuggler's legacy.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I'm right, there's a deep hidden track right around the back here that they would have used?
Yeah, it was perfect for them, really, with the sunken lane and high side, so you could sort of get back unnoticed, back to the cottage.
And now it's like a secret, forgotten world.
Yeah, it's a special sort of place.
Gosh, this is like some fairy tale pathway. It's gorgeously mysterious and a little bit spooky. I've racked up about 2 miles on my Dorset walk and everything's turned a little bit spooky. This is the famous Hell Lane, an ancient smuggler's holloway. It's all very lost world. There are strange bits of graffiti everywhere and ferns overhanging branches. I feel like I'm in another world.
Looking from above over this innocent line of trees, you could never imagine the secret smuggler's world that lies below. This holloway dates back to Anglo-Saxon times. The soft sandstone's been eroded by river floods and the footfall of farmers, smugglers and pilgrims. Over centuries, many have left their mark on the sandy walls.
Look at this. Be gone! Be gone! Someone's either got a very good sense of humour or it's the devil's work. Well, that's a bit spooky. That would definitely scare my little ones.
And you can never tell what you might find behind each nook and cranny.
Holloways are strange and mysterious places, and over the years they've inspired lots of artists and writers. This is a book all about the Holloways in Dorset. Look at that picture. Our lovely Colmers Hill makes yet another appearance.
The book celebrates not only the ancient history of this hollow, but also the famous best-selling 1939 novel Rogue Male, which tells the story of a hounded fugitive who hides away right here from the killers hunting him. You can imagine this place as a spooky hideaway. Geoffrey Household's novel inspired many spy hunt thrillers, from James Bond to The Day of the Jackal, becoming a Hollywood movie and TV series. All from this quiet, secret pathway in the heart of sleepy Dorset.
Household's ashes were scattered here when the author died in 1988. So in a way, the Rogue Male spirit lives on in this eerie passageway.
What a thriller. This atmospheric lane goes on for almost a mile, but you'd never expect to bump into anyone.
Look at this. This is how it used to be done.
What are you doing then?
Well, we're filming a walking series. What are you doing?
Oh, you're on the TV, aren't
I
you?
am. Now you are as well now. So do you use this regularly, this little cut through?
Yeah, quite often.
Well, look, you need to be careful. You need to watch your head, don't you? Going down it. Look, can I just take something off you?
I shall watch you with more interest in future.
Oh, there we
No,
go.
shouldn't you?
That's good. We've got one more viewer, people. That's good.
He's had enough. He's had enough.
I think he's had enough. Must have been spooked by us or the lane.
Nice to meet you.
But soon enough, there's light ahead.
Coming out of Hell Lane is like coming out of the underworld.
I've arrived at the chocolate box village of Chiddock. Perfect for a classic Dorset cream tea, or something a little more unexpected.
Now, normally at this point in the walk, you might fancy some afternoon tea, but this next culinary interlude is a bit of a surprise.
This is the home of celebrated Japanese chef Shigi Takazoe, who invites guests into his cottage to serve 6-course traditional Japanese banquets.
So, what have you prepared for me today?
Just a little bit of tempura.
Lovely. You can give me your secret recipe for a tempura batter, Shigi. I've always wanted to know what makes the perfect tempura batter.
That is a secret.
I know, but I won't tell anyone. originally, of course, you're from Japan. So how did you make the leap from Japan over to this country?
I met my wife in Japan, in Tokyo.
And how have you ended up cooking banquets and food for people?
In Japan, lots of interesting place to eat.
Yeah.
Some are like a hidden restaurants, and always these kind of places exist in Japan.
Mm. Mm.
Yes, really good.
Just what I needed for the journey ahead. I've left Chuluk behind and I'm back on a lovely green undulating ridge, ready for my next walking challenge.
We're about the halfway point now, 2 hours into the walk. 1 hill down, 2 hills to go, and that one is next.
Hard Down. Hard Down has a chalky top which makes it more like a heathery heathland.
This is the summit of our second hill, and it couldn't be more different from Colmers, could it? Look at all this gorgeous bouncy heather. And the other exciting thing about being up here is that you catch a first glimpse of the sea. It's actually the perfect vantage point to see all 3 hills of the walk. You've got Colmer just over there. We're standing on Hard Down, and there's the finale, Golden Cap. Bathed in sunshine, waiting, just waiting for us.
Heading down the valley, within striking distance of Golden Cap, there's a lovely change of mood.
What I love about this walk is all the contrasting landscapes and things that you come across. I've bounced down a heathery hill, just walked across a wide open field, and now this. A beautiful bank of trees rustling in the wind, long tall grass. It's gorgeous. It's nice to have a moment when you're on a walk where you do absolutely nothing and just take in your surroundings.
It's been a simply magical day. There's just one thing left to do.
Three is the magic number. There it is, the final climb of my walk, Golden Cap, which is actually the highest point on the entire south coast of England. I can't wait to get up there.
This is the steepest approach up Golden Cap along the Jurassic Coast Path, a climb of 626 feet. Golden Cap is almost 30 metres higher than Beachy Head and almost twice as high as the White Cliffs of Dover.
This might look like a gentle little hill, but I can tell you it's deceptively steep. A very welcome little bench to have a breather.
Even if the walk ended here, it would be wonderful, but believe it or not, we're only halfway up, and it can only get better. This part of the Jurassic Coast is most famous for discovering dinosaur fossils in its cliffs. 165 million years ago, ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs swam in the ocean here.
You can just imagine pterodactyls flying in the skies above us like huge seagulls.
As we head towards the climax of the walk, as the sun sets, you can finally appreciate exactly why this highest point on the south coast is called Golden Cap. It glows in the sunshine.
That's it, I've made it to the top. And was it worth it? Of course it was. Over in the west, Lyme Regis just about still bathed in sunshine, although the sun is dropping quickly now. And then, in this direction, at the front we've got West Bay, Broadchurch. 3 ancient hills, lush green valleys, sacred legends, all topped off with an unrivalled view of England's only natural World Heritage Site. I think we can safely say that Golden Cap is a belter of a walk.
And here's the pub, just a quick walk down from Golden Cap.
The perfect end to a magical Dorset walk. Fish and chips on the way, pint of cider in the hand. Cheers.